let's start today with glycogen metabolism. So glycogen is basically polymer of glucose. So when we talk about polymer, we must be aware of a fact that it is linked by some bond. Polymer means there must be linkage with some bond, certain bond. So what is that bond? The polymer of glucose bond by glycosidic bond. But there are two types of this polymer. One is glycogen, other is starch. And there can be third polymer called cellulose. But here you see glycogen will have a glucose, that is different type of glucose called alpha D glucose. Glycogen will have a different type of glucose, alpha D glucose. Whereas in cellulose there will be different type of glucose. I'm not going to talk about that. Okay, so let's focus on this. This is alpha D glucose. Now let's start with the glycogen structure. As I have told you, this glycogen is polymer of glucose. You can see small glucose are there, and this is a polymer, a branched polymer. So you can see branching like this. So can you notice here at the center there is one protein. This is a protein. This protein is called glycogenin protein. Okay, this protein is called glycogenin protein. What happens is this glycogen synthesis does not happen on its glucose. So glycogen synthesis, in order to start, it requires a protein. So you can, if you can see very clearly inside, it is a dimer protein. It is made up of two protein. So it is a dimer protein. If you can see, there is one glucose chain is linked here, and here other glucose chain is linked. If you see minutely, this two side chain is linked, and on this glucose side chain you can see the branching. Whole of this glycogen, you can see, is nothing but branching of this trunk glucose, and the root of this trunk glucose is glycogen. So you can remember the root here is glycogenin, and this is trunk, and on that trunk these are branch. So there is only one trunk, and in that trunk you can see this is the trunk. Here is glycogenin protein. Here is glycogenin protein. This is trunk. This is root. Root is glycogenin protein. This is trunk, and on this trunk there will be branching like this. So this branching will be like this. There will be branching like this. So various branching. You can notice this branching here. So this is branching. There will be second root here, second glycogenin protein, and there will be again at this root of glycogenin protein there will be trunk, and then trunk. For your convenience, I am using this metaphor. Okay, there you will not find in textbook calling root and trunk. So you can, so that you can remember. That is why I am telling you root, trunk. You can correlate with your trees that you see every day. So root is protein, and here trunk. Trunk, with this one trunk there will be multiple branching like this, branch. There will be branching on branch. You can see there is branch here. On this branch there is second branch. Again there is second this branch. So you can see here branch, and with that branch there is another branch. On that branch there will be another branch. So branching, multiple branching, very highly branched structure. This glycogen is a very highly branched structure. So you understood the structure of glycogen, and you know that at the center there is a protein called glycogen. You already know. Now I will tell you one thing. This branching, the most important thing, that the bond between this continuous bond, the glucose, when it is a straight chain. So if you see, this is a glucose. This is a glucose. So if this is in a straight chain, there will be a very peculiar type, a very simple type of bond. The bond is called 1 to 4. So this number 1 carbon of this glucose will be connected to number 4 carbon of this glucose. This is called alpha 1 to 4 bond, or 1. In simple way, there can be, we can write it as 1,4, alpha 1,4 bond. But whenever you do a branching, so you can see here on this, for this carbon, the fourth bond is engaged. So there is a 6th carbon on glucose. If you can memorize this, if you can imagine the structure of glucose structure is like this. So you have, every glucose has 6 number of carbon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here 6. 6 number carbon is with hydroxyl group is free. So with this carbon, the branching will happen. The next glucose will bind like this. So you can see this bond, the straight chain bond will be alpha 1,4, but this bond here at the point of branching, only, everywhere at the branching only, this bond is basically with the 6 number, and this glucose the first carbon of this glucose will bind to the 6th carbon of this glucose, and that is how we call it 1,6 bond, alpha 1,6 bond. So you can, the most important thing here in the structure you need to remember is at the branch point, every time at the branch point there is alpha 1,6 bond, and elsewhere in the straight chain, here also there will be alpha 1,4. At the branching only there will be alpha 1,6. So does it make sense? Did you get that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so stop me whenever you don't understand, you can stop me. And you can see from the structure, one glycogen is made up of about few thousands, about 30,000 glucose molecules are there. So thousands of glucose molecules will form a glycogen. What is the function of this glycogen? So when molecule polymerize, glucose polymerize, this glucose will require less water to be stored in our cell, hepatocytes in myocytes. That is why polymerization is very important form of storage. Okay, it will require less amount of energy, and one very important thing is it will require less amount of energy. Second, whenever we require glucose, it will be rapidly be degraded. So rapid degradation and less, not energy, less water requirement. So that is why this glucose is stored in the form of this polymerized glycogen, because first it requires less water, and then second it will be rapidly degraded. Glycogenolysis happens rapidly when we require glucose, rapidly degraded when we require. When do we require glucose? During fasting condition, when we don't have food, during exercise and during fasting condition we require glucose from this glycogen, when we require glucose. So this is the structure and function correlation of this glycolysis. Why this glycogen, why glucose is polymerized into glycogen? Because of this two region, and we have done this. Now remember one thing, this is not a two-dimensional structure, this is a globular structure. Okay, remember this has three-dimensional structure, though I have shown a two-dimensional, remember it as a globular, a granular type of structure. Okay, so you can see, as I have already told you, the straight chain has alpha 1,4 bond. So this glucose has one carbon of this glucose will bind to the 4th carbon of this. So this is how it will make up alpha 1,4 bond. So in a straight chain there will be alpha 1,4, but number 4 carbon is always engaged in this straight chain. So there is no freedom for this number 4 carbon to make bond with other glucose, and in that place this carbon helps, number 6. So this is 4, this is 5, this is number 6 carbon. So one number of this glucose, one carbon, first carbon of this glucose, the branching glucose, will bind to this 6th carbon. This is how it is called alpha 1,6 bond. So branching has alpha. Remember alpha, because our body can only digest this alpha glucose, not beta glucose. Beta glucose is present in cellulose and it is indigestible form of carbohydrate. Now, so branching happens at every 8 to 10 residue. You can see 8 to 10 residue. So there you will be 8 to 10 residue in between, here in between. So branching will be in between, a distance between two branches, there will be 8 to 10 glucose. Okay, there will be 8 to 10 glucose between this branching. That is what this statement says. So every 8 to 10 glucose residue, there is a branch containing this alpha 1,6 linkage. Remember glycogen structure nicely to understand glycogen metabolism. If you don't understand glycogen structure nicely, it will be difficult for you to understand. You will understand, but it will not be that lucid, that clear for you to understand glycogen metabolism. Okay, so this is what, so you can see the magnified picture of this branching here. These are all alpha 1,6. These are all alpha 1,4. These are all alpha 1,4. Alpha 1,4 is a straight chain, and at only branch point there is alpha 1,6. Now, can you answer this question? Which of the following is false about glycogen molecules? Now, so glycogen is a polysaccharide. This is a true statement. Which is false? Glycogen consists of, straight chain is 1,4 and 1,6 linkage is there at branching. So it has got both type of linkage. So this is also true. Glycogen have helical structure with branching. Yes. So alpha 1,4 is helical. Alpha 1,4 forms helix. I told you in amylose of starch only, a million O's. So this is straight chain. Starch also have the same type, a little bit difference, but the bond in starch is similar to the bond that is present in glycogen. Glycogen have helix, that is also true. So what is the wrong here? Beta D glucose. Beta D glucose is present where? It is present in cellulose. Okay.